Welcome to PGTV News. Here are our top stories. Lakeland electric rates may go up. Find out by how much and when the new rates will take effect.
Former White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest was in Lakeland. Find out why coming up.
Hello and welcome to PGTV News. I'm Stephen Barnes.
And I am Sherry McCullough. Thank you for tuning in. Our report begins in Lakeland, where Lakeland Electric is considering raising its rates. Customers can expect a 3% rate hike on their current bill. The last rate hike was in March 2015, and customers saw their bill increase by at least 4%. It's important to know that before the rate increase is finalized, there has to be a vote by the Lakeland Electric Advisory Board by mid-July, and then a binding vote by the Lakeland City Commission has to occur.
Also in Lakeland, the Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine Clinic will be sold. Lakeland's volunteer-run healthcare center for the working uninsured is moving to a new site near Lake Wire, a little closer to downtown. Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine Clinic's current site at Memorial Boulevard and Lakeland Hills Boulevard is the former John Cox Elementary School, built in 1928. If everything goes as planned, the property will serve as the newest campus of the Tampa and St. Petersburg-based Academy Preparatory Center, a middle school program for the disadvantaged youth. The city has indicated its approval of the plan, and Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine awaits a decision by the school board to do likewise, said David Miller, a Lakeland lawyer representing LVIM.
On the campus of Florida Southern College, a permanent place of tribute to military men and women has been unveiled. Patriots Plaza, located near the center of the campus, at the entrance to the Barnett Athletic Complex, is a place of honor and remembrance for veterans and active duty service members. The plaza was created through generous donations from many alumni and friends of the college. The naming gift for the plaza was given by Fort Lauderdale businessman and U.S. Army veteran John J. Jack Smith of the class of 1953. Retired Lieutenant General Donald Carrick of the class of 1971 made the initial gift to launch the project's campaign. Through the years, hundreds of Florida Southern alumni have served honorably in our armed forces, and some have made the ultimate sacrifice, said President Ann Kerr. Patriots Plaza is a beautiful tribute to those men and women who inspire deep gratitude for their service and great pride in our nation and college.
In Winter Haven, Baycare Health System, the parent company of Winter Haven Hospital and Bartow Regional Medical Center, is listed among the 150 top places to work in healthcare. Becker's Healthcare, a trade publication group, said in a news release, and most notably raised its minimum wage to $10.50 an hour compared to the state's $8.10 rate. Because of the benefits and standards, the health system has high employee retention, with 26% of staff having at least 20 years of service with the organization. Nafari Vansky, a Baycare spokesperson in Polk County, said, "We recently found out that Baycare was named by Fortune on the two lists, number 65 on Fortune's 100 best companies to work for in 2018, and number 10 on Fortune's best companies to work for in healthcare in 2018. Great work they're doing there.
It is now time for this week's health tip. Here is Nicole Riley with this information.
Thank you for joining us for this week's health segment. I'm Nicole Riley with the Florida Department of Health, and today I'm going to be talking to you about World Immunization Week. Many of us have received vaccines throughout our lifetime, but we often take for granted how much of an impact these vaccines can make on our lives and in the lives of those around us. World Immunization Week is recognized every year the last week of April. World Immunization Week is dedicated to promoting the use of vaccines to protect people of all ages against disease. Immunization saves millions of lives and is widely recognized as one of the world's most successful and cost-effective health interventions. Routine immunizations give every child the chance at a healthy life from the start. Those who are fully vaccinated also help protect those who may not be able to protect themselves against diseases. Those who are fully vaccinated also help protect those who may not be able to protect themselves against diseases. This includes young babies or those who may be immunocompromised who can't be immunized. Unfortunately, there are still millions of people worldwide who are unvaccinated or undervaccinated. As a result, vaccine-preventable diseases can still spread to the United States through various means of travel. It's important for all of us to do our part for our own health and for the health of our community. This year, in observance of World Immunization Week, be sure all of your routine and required immunizations are up to date. For more information about immunizations or to check your immunization status, contact your primary care provider or the Florida Department of Health in Polk County. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Well, it looks like now we're going to have to take a quick break, but when we return, we will tell you all about Florida Southern and their speaking series, A Matter of Facts, Navigating a Post-Truth Era.
Welcome back to PGTV News. The final speaker in the Florida Southern Speaker Series, A Matter of Facts, Navigating Through a Post-Truth Era, was former White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest. Here's Tricia Pichette to tell us more.
Open to students, staff, and the greater Lakeland community, the Florida Southern College Child of the Sun Distinguished Speaker Series recently completed its third year. We sat down with Dr. Brad E. Hollingshead, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, to discuss the history of the series, past speakers, and the theme of this year's series, Navigating the Post-Truth Era.
The Child of the Sun Distinguished Speaker Series was started 3 years ago when we got together a faculty committee and wanted to bring together some world-renowned speakers to the Florida Southern College campus and not only expose our students and our faculty and staff to what they had to say, but open this up to the greater Lakeland community as well. And so during our first year, we started with a theme called the Year of Science, and we were able to bring in a Nobel Prize winning physicist named William Phillips, as well as the first woman of color to go into outer space, Dr. Mae Jemison. And so we got the series off to a really great start that first year, and it did include a third speaker from Penn, Scott Kaufman of the Imagination Institute there at Penn. In the second year, we explored the theme Art and the Human Experience. And that year, we were able to bring in the poet Nikki Giovanni, which was a huge hit. We had standing room only for that event. And then she was followed up by the director Mira Nair, who really got Denzel Washington started in his career, and then closed out the series with Sarah Lewis, who is an art historian at Harvard, but has also worked at MoMA and the Tate Museum. And so this third year of the series, we're exploring the theme, A Matter of Facts, Navigating a Post-Truth Era. And we've brought in, again, 3 very fine speakers. Our first speaker was Maria Konnikova, who is a twice best-selling author who discussed the psychological mechanisms at work in a con game. And after her, we followed up with Domenico Montanaro, who is the lead editor for Politics and Digital Audience at NPR, who discussed the media landscape in a post-truth era. And so our last speaker this year will be Josh Earnest, former White House press secretary for President Obama, who is also now working as a correspondent for NBC News. And, you know, we think that Josh is going to be a great finale to this year's series, because he brings together 2 threads of the series, politics and media, and we'll be looking at the intersections of those particular threads. Decided to explore the theme of a post-truth era this year. In looking, you know, this is really last year where we were doing the planning, and Oxford Dictionaries came out and dubbed post-truth the word of the year. And the situation they said it describes is a situation where objective facts are less influential in shaping public opinion than appeals to emotion and personal belief. And so we had a sense that you know, the ground was shifting a little bit. The way in which we come to know our world and see it and act in it was beginning to change. And our theme, which is a matter of facts, navigating a post-truth era, kind of hedges our bet a little bit. You know, so in other words, those of us in academia do believe that truth and facts matter. And so we're certainly exploring how how it is that's going to impact American culture, American democracy, and American history more broadly. And so Josh Earnest, brings in a level of expertise in the realm of politics. This is an individual who has not only worked on presidential campaigns and mayoral campaigns, he has as well been involved in the G20 summit, in NATO, at the UN, and continues to work as a political commentator at this point in time. And Mr. Earnest also brings a kind of balance and objectivity that the work he did as a White House press secretary that he continues to do in his reporting, so that in fact the White House Press Corps voted him the best White House press secretary to work with, and that was from all sides of the aisle. And so we thought that Mr. Earnest would help to bring a really balanced view to this topic and help us to understand how this tendency to base our reasoning not in facts but in emotions and personal beliefs to give us a good objective perspective on that reality. So we're really looking forward to next year, which will be our 4th year. We'll be getting together a group of faculty to choose a theme for next year, and we'll be looking at what are some important and interesting topics of the time, and then getting together a group of world-class speakers who can come to campus and help our audiences understand how to raise the right questions about those topics and explore them in much greater depth.
It is now time for the entertainment update with Dion Spires.
Thanks, guys. Here's what you can check out next week for entertainment in Polk County. The sun will come out on April 29th when Annie the Musical makes its way to our very own Polk Theater. Fans of the film will love revisiting the story of Little Orphan Annie live on stage. The show begins at 5 p.m. and tickets range from $20 to $30. You can get your ticket online at www.polktheater.com. Main Street Winter Haven will hold its annual Bark in the Park event in their Central Park area on May 4th. From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. you can bring your furry friend out to meet other dogs and enjoy pet-friendly vendors, live music, food and drinks, and a ton of fun. This is a free event, so come out and enjoy an evening in downtown Winter Haven. Lakeland Community Theater is bringing another excellent theater experience next week. This will be your last chance to catch Lakeland's production of Bridges of Madison County. This Tony Award-winning musical is a love story about a woman and her 4-day romance with a traveling photographer. It features a variety of music styles, offering something for everyone. The show will run May 4th, 5th, and 6th at 7:30 p.m. on Friday and Saturday and 2:30 p.m. on Sunday. Get your tickets today at www.lakelandcommunitytheater.com. That's all I've got for you today, but tune in next week for more entertainment in Polk County. To keep up with what's happening in our Polk County art community, be sure to catch Out and About Art Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on PGTV.
Thanks, Dion. And now it's time for sports with Coach Neal.
Hey, thanks, guys. It continues to be a busy time here in Polk County, so let's get right to the action. The Florida Tarpons, they had their first home game on Saturday, April 14th against the Richmond Rough Riders. This matchup didn't go exactly as planned. Even though the Tarpons were up 7-3 early, Richmond took control of the game, going on for a win, a commanding win, 58-20. Also, a quick reminder that Lakeland Tropics will begin their regular season at home on May 12th at Bryant Stadium. Now turning to baseball, the Southeastern University men's baseball team is on fire. Yes, I know, their name is literally the Fire, but they are headed to head battle with St. Thomas University for first place, so they're on fire. Congratulations to Southeastern. We hope they continue and they march all the way to a national championship. The Florida Southern Moccasins baseball team, they're red hot. They're not the Fire, but they're red hot. They're currently 3rd in the Sunshine State Conference and have about 6 home games left, so make sure you check out the Mocs baseball schedule. Go see them before the season ends. Congratulations to both teams as they march towards national championships. Sticking with Florida Southern, we want to give the women's lacrosse team acknowledgement for their great season. Remember last year they played in the national championship and won it the year before. They are currently in first place in the Sunshine State Conference. They have scored over 300 goals this season and are averaging over 18 goals per contest. Congratulations to them, but I know they're not quite done yet with their season. Hopefully a national championship from them. Don't forget, all the events of things going on in Central Florida's Polk County are at visitcentralflorida.org or centralfloridasports.com. Back to you.
Thank you for the sports report, Neil, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in.
Remember to tune in again next week for another installment of PGTV News. We will see you next time.